Op 4, are you ready? Green 4, are you ready? What am I doing?
Sure, I'd just like to state that Christopher is a fucking retard.
As far as I'm concerned, everyone on Green 4 are kind of retarded at this point. Anyway, your objective is simple. If you check your maps, there is a blue dotted line that makes a circle around both spawns and the entire objective. Stay within that dotted line or else mines will explode and kill you. Don't even tempt the line because those proximity mines have been edited so they detonate and kill anything within a 20-meter radius. Regardless, there are also 3 objective markers on the map. Each is a small Afghani base with some infantry. The central base is larger than the 2 other bases. Each base has a fuel helmet that you need to steal and bring back to your spawn base. First base to have 2 out of the 3 fuel helmets wins. Any questions? It's not tough.
None from Green 4.
Any from Op 4? Great, both teams. Have fun. You're clear to proceed. Alright, let's quickly set our global skill right here to what I like to use. Standard, 70, 75, 35. We'll keep 50 for spotting. But anyway, guys, what's up? Liru here. So I was about to start streaming, and Twitch is dead right now. It's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 30th of August. I don't know why it's dead, but hey, it's dead. So we're just turning this into a recording because, you know, when one site dies, the show must go on, even though people like to see streams, but hey, can't handle it. So Op 4 already starting strong, pretty much keeping a nice little blob formation. Some have suppressors. Looks like what's that's going to fall back as I see Accelerion has joined. That's kind of obvious to see. They're going to quickly get to their first base. Meanwhile, Green 4... being a little less unified. They're still making a plan, otherwise some people are spewing off. I'm going to be perfectly honest, I expect Op 4 to win. Hands down. Because Green 4, I said this over the comms multiple times, you're not supposed to be wearing any plate carriers, and for some fucking reason, some Green 4 members were unable to understand that. So, as you can probably tell, Op 4 perfectly were able to understand that, to the point I even said everyone needs to drop their vests because people are being stupid. So as you can see, there's no dead bodies in Op 4. Green 4's spawn, there's a lot of dead bodies. So, you know, probably because they're special. When I say special, I mean bumble fucking retarded. But we've got a few little small factions breaking off into these squads. Or I should guess they're greater than 4. So fire teams, we've got one big one, another big one, and then 2 guys kind of doing their own thing, which, you know, happens. But Op 4 are pretty much working in a single group, and they're coordinated. We can't tap into radio comms because Op 4 are using FATICs and MROs, or MRCs, whatever, which is the Op 4 long range, and then Green 4 is using the PNC or PRN, whatever the fuck, short range, and the long range independent radios. So radio comms to capture are pretty much fair game. Also, each base is relatively close in the same exact amount of meters, plus or minus about 100 meters from the spawn, and then that distance from the base to the main base is, again, relatively the same. So this is as even as I can get. The loadouts for each faction are exactly the same. I didn't really edit anything. The only thing that's changed is they did have limited arsenals. We took that away because they were being retarded about them, and each got an AFRF supply crate, which is why you see some teams with unified black weapons and suppressors. Already hearing some gunshots on the Op 4 side. Looks like they turned over and started fighting these guys. Again, our global settings for AI is 75, 35, 75, 50, and the shots begin. Firing at Daniel down there. But these guys are locked to first person, as, you know, should be done for any PvP aspect, because third person cheating is, again, pretty bad cheating there, but Because you can, like, look over walls and shit and just camp. Otherwise, Op 4 looks like they have Andruza down over here. I don't see anyone near him. I'm looking for their medics. Yander is also down as an auto rifleman, excuse me. I don't see any bone setters, though, on the Op 4 team. Interesting. Because they're going to need medics to survive. Meanwhile, Giant Spaz and Barty Lord are flanking around. Oh, geez, Independent have a bone setter. And another bone setter. So, Op 4 forgot medics. That's going to be very, very bad. Because they're now 2-man down. Yander got back up. Flying Finn went down. He tried to... Yeah, I think he climbed this and got shot. But that's going to cost him... That's going to cost the entirety of Op 4, actually. Because... Double tap. There we go. Yeah, if they don't have any medics to bring people up, I mean, that's... that's not gonna work too well. I guess they'll just rely on swarm tactics, but there's no vehicles here. The only vehicles they could possibly take is what they can commandeer. But otherwise, it's going to be difficult. And I'm hoping the main focus we see is the PvP in the center. FR dies to this one rifleman. He's falling back now. Makarov's trying to line up the shot. Peeks too much. Manages to get him. I don't think he got shot there. Lucky him. But yeah, Op 4 off the bat, they were much more unified. But now seeing that they don't have any medics, that is going to be very, very costly. Because what if they get crippled in the field too? You know, or what if one of them needs a blood transfusion? It's... Whew, that's going to be tough. So anyway... Barty Lord and Giant Spaz. Auto Rifleman and what do we have here? What's the other guy? Giant has a suppressed SVD from the looks of it. They're going to try to flank around and right off the bat harass Green 4. Meanwhile, Green 4 has pushed up. They're getting up to this area. Lewis is taking people out. Christopher's down, but Get Cover is coming in probably to epi him. Or breach by himself. That's not smart. He should definitely come in to epi Christopher because they need a medic. But Get Cover is still not doing his job right here. Now, Pyrozane right here probably just died to that grenade. Dude, you need to get in the house and bring your fucking guys up. What the hell are you doing? I get it, you know, you're an extra rifle and he's looking for, you know, targets to shoot at, but you've got 2 men down, dude. This is exactly why we're going to start demoting people for not playing their role, because that... You could easily get 2 people up, and then boom, you have 2 more riflemen to help you. Skyron over here, who was kind of lone wolfing by himself, ran over and got taken out by this fire team. Being assisted by Gavalor. Why? Watch this. You think he's just gonna sit idly by? Ah, for fuck's sake. Let's go check the Op 4, guys. See how they're doing. They breached up to this compound. The fuel truck is actually trying to get away. Nice. Otherwise, they're clearing the compound. Fuel truck by itself. The AI are just being AI. Really bad clearing of corners there. Yander's lucky that he was facing the damn wall. I'm gonna have this guy get out. And he grabs C-spans. It's because no one checked the frickin' corner, no one checked the window, and I think that guy, he's checking around. Yander manages to knock him unconscious. Yep. There's a little bit of a lack of double tap, but Op 4's numbers are limited because, again, lack of medics. What's that? Pains me, but I'm assuming these 2 guys, 2 tier 5s, they should be able to keep their shit in check. Meanwhile, the fuel truck's actually just outright driven out of the AO. I mean... That wasn't me. That's literally just the AI being AI, but I will allow it because the AI are unpredictable in this game. Meanwhile, Pyrozane dies. We had a medic up here. Was this part of the Afghani? Yep, okay. So where's Get Cover? He's in the corner, not medicing people. He's medicing himself. But Christoph and Pyrozane are down. Whiskers is still down from the one guy that got in that Vic. I'm going to send him back in, but this first assault has fallen apart, basically because Get Cover did not do his fucking job. And that's really... I'm going to ungarrison this guy and have him come over to basically flank that guy. And there goes Get Cover. Pyrozane rage quits. Whiskers dies. Lewis still up here. He jumps him. This is why the medic should have played his fucking role, because he would have been able to get Christopher up and Pyrozane up, and that would have been 2 extra rifles to help them clear out the remaining people. But because he did not play his role, this assault is basically fucked, and that's going to put Op 4 in the lead for at least clearing out this compound. Unfortunately, this fuel truck is just driving away. So they're breaching the rest of this compound. I mean, it's not... Yeah, they have people over here. They could be, you know, radioing in, trying to get them to look over. They're still well within the AO, but they're trying to pick sniper spots. But if they were to look back, they could potentially spot the fuel truck, which is just kind of getting caught right here. I think these guys can hear it. Yep, Yander hears it, so he's calling his guys in. They're going to go try to find it. He's basically stuck on a wall trying to get past, but they're breaching compounds and moving in. Meanwhile, Independent... Lewis is moving around. He heard it goes prone for me. So Lewis, seeing that, he's going to flank around and basically get the jump on this guy.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Very smart player. By himself, he's going to basically clear the rest of this. But there's still this 4-man fire team still around, still doing stuff. Meanwhile, this other Green 4 team is going to try to get the reach around here and go for Op 4. So, Op 4 are now coming up to this truck. This guy is still trying to get away by hitting this wall. Again, I'm playing it. He's panicked right now. He's not going to leave that vehicle. They're trying to get shots on him. He's trying to drive away. Hits the wall. Oh, he got around. Oh, this is great. They're trying to run in front of him now. Alright, Twitch is back up. And they get him. Alright, we're going to start the stream now. I'm just going to quickly click out. Let's see if everything is working now. 1 sec, I'm just going to leave it at that image for the time being. We got to give the people on stream the ability to watch. Gotta love it when things fall apart. But there we go. Let's continue. Alright. So, from there, Op 4 has been able to get their vehicle, and they are continuing on. So they're going to be able to move their fuel truck back. Now, quick recap for everyone that's going to tune into the stream. First off, we have it in the mission command, but it's basically Op 4 versus Independent. Same exact drill, pure PvP, and both factions have been making critical mistakes. Op 4 has no medics. Independent have medics, but the medics don't do their fucking jobs. So both factions are playing very hot and loose here when the only method of transport they have is their fucking feet. But regardless, Andrewza's going to take that fuel truck back personally to Op 4 base. Very good to see. And Independent looks like they've taken the truck, but I don't know where. Oh, they brought it back. Alright, so that was probably Lewis then, who basically finished the compound by himself. So, good to see that. Good to see everything's going. And, yeah, I don't know why Twitch went down, so. Still have a guy right here harassing the Op 4 guys as they're moving in. Grenades thrown, but too far away. And these guys are locked to first person right now, so makes things more interesting. And once again, for a reminder of the difficulty we all like to use for global settings for these types of offs, 75, 35, 75, 50. It's what I've almost always used ever since I started hosting for the 506. That was a good, like, golden formula I found. Hearing some suppressed shots go off. What is he shooting at? I'm trying to line up his shooting here. Looks like he's firing at the central compound. That's fine. Blue 4 is just Afghani and Iraqi military forces. This camo is mainly Iraqi for RHS and Project Op 4. Central compound's going to be a bit more tough. There's 2 50 cals, which can be commandeered. There's 2 Hemets for wheels, and then there's the 3rd fuel truck. But this op should finish real quick. But look at this. We have independent guys crossing over, and Op 4 are right here. And I'm willing to bet he's got eyes on this faction coming through. So Barty is going to be able to radio back saying, hey, we've got an entire independent fire team coming around. You guys need to be careful, and you need to be ready for them. Heck, if they line up, since Giant Spaz has a suppressed SVD, he could probably thin them out a bit, especially if they hit Rat King, trying to PID the fact that he's a medic, and he probably still has his Sidor backpack. Right here, though, they're stopped. Easy burst of the machine gun. Man, they could have gotten a few, especially with that bipoded PKM. They could have easily torn a few of them up, but they're going to keep going. I believe, what's that? Oh, he knows. Yep. So they've radioed to what's that, and what's that being the Tier 5 sniper trainer. He is trying to lie in wait for the independent guys coming in, but right now he's kind of lining up his shot at his buddies over there, so he's got to be careful for PID, which is our main focus for today. How do you join the ops? Every Friday, I put out a video talking about our news and announcements and, of course, recruitment opportunity. So that would be a good place to look. Otherwise, I'm not deleting bodies today. I'm letting the script handle them, and it's basically because we had a little debacle with vests, but they're allowed to loot enemy vests on the field. So kind of like there's a bit of feed in the middle, trying to get you to feed first, get some better equipment, get some better loot, weaponry, whatever, and then, actually begin the PvP. So these guys are heading over towards the forest. I guess these guys are more so a recon team, but they did set up to engage nonetheless. Oh, that is so beautiful. So yeah, they know they're coming though. So what's that? Looks like C-Spans and Murphy are all going to line up on this wall, especially if they put them like behind the trees and wait for these guys to get in a kill zone, which would probably be right here. That would definitely stall this advance. And we've got Gavalor also coming around to join them. And then these two guys could easily then come out and outflank, especially Barty Lord with the auto rifle PKP could easily just finish the job. Otherwise, independent forces are starting to reach the final middle objective, which I'm pretty sure if they try to, after they cross this elephant grass, that frickin' 50 cal is going to mow their asses down. And I'm already hearing shots because Christopher charged over. So the Humvee is going to break into cover immediately, try to get away. The fuel truck is driving on its own. I'm going to do some micro adjustment here. Looks like the 50 cal is actually flanking around. Oh, this isn't going to go so well. Firing at Whiskers. Trying to get eyes on, but he is now in cover past that wall. Get cover. The medic that is not doing his job is flanking around. Otherwise, this Humvee is trying to be a threat. Heard a rocket go off. And the rocket hit the Hemets, but it did not cook it off. Lewis is trying to get a flank around, possibly to drive back to their spawn. And Andruza, who has this fuel truck, is actually trying to stash it away from their actual spawn point. But that is a nice rush strategy to see, and Lewis is a very strong player. We've got a bunch of guys lined up waiting for this ambush to come by, so pretty even so far, but that leaves Op4 with only 3 units that are pushing up to this central compound, while Independent only have 4. A lot of units and manpower are being used to try to outflank each other. Yeah, Lewis is with somebody else in here. I think that was Skyrim Fox, or I'm horrible at names, but yeah. Daniel's already cleared out 2 guys from some of the flanking garrison. Hearing some shots over here. I think these guys found their location. I'm starting to see some other shots that might be Gavalor. Yep. Nope, he has an SVD and he's trying to provide some sniper support. But these guys are otherwise trying to mow people down. And one of the Hemets has completely driven out of the area. You still hear that 50 cal firing. And its gunner is down, but it managed to get covered. But then again, he wasn't really doing his medical job either. So that Humvee is going to actually come back. The gunner is still dead, unfortunately. And these guys have literally charged in. Lewis used a glitch to actually put himself in the building. Very good strategy there. So he's going to be in perfect cover right... What? He killed that guy so hard that his body literally despawned. I have nothing to say about that. Regardless, fuel truck is right here. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, that's just Arma for you, but he didn't mean to do that. Ah, that's great. So we still have this Humvee right here. Lewis is basically trying to flank around and get this fuel truck, but otherwise he's coming out right here to try to back up Skyrim. So let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? So other forces need to come in as well, but it's not going too well. I'm going to try to call these Vics back. Otherwise, I don't think he knows that the fuel truck is right here. It's still anyone's game. It's whoever secures that last truck. Meanwhile, a lot of forces are being wasted right here. And it's not working too well. Ratcade is advancing by himself as the medic. And he promptly goes down because these guys are kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Perfect counter ambush to these guys trying to do an ambush. So they're going to get shot to shit. But that is not the objective. This is the objective. So Lewis and Skyrim, Lewis did the honorable thing and went back to his Hemet. But he's gone down with Skyrim. Now we have 2 independent guys out in the open trying to use what cover they can. While we have 2 Op4 guys still in this building trying to shoot into this compound. I don't think they'll have eyes on the exact position of this fuel truck, but they are trying nonetheless. There needs to be more manpower going for the objective, because if one team diverted just a few more guys to this central zone, they would have gotten the fuel truck by now. But since so many are going in this engagement of playing cat and mouse with this independent team, this is what's going. So if anything, this strategy could have actually worked if there was only like a 3 or 2 man team. Because if Op4 would have taken 2 guys here and then an entire 5-man team to kill these guys, Independent could have then taken the rest of those forces and used them as the main assault team, and they probably would have gotten the fuel truck by now. This is all about strategy with the amount of infantry you have and what you can plan out. This guy literally not checking the fucking window. Watch this. Seriously, you noticed he was in the window. You noticed him in the window, but you didn't notice that guy in the window. I'm just going to have him get out and shoot people. But Excel, he might notice that this is usable. But he's going to down that guy. And, I mean, that's the fuel truck. At this point, I'm going to ungarrison what we have left. And have them kind of come in to secure the fuel truck because the driver's down. And this is the main objective. I'm going to move him slightly. That's fine. We're just going to secure around. Excel, he's about to get outflanked because he's the only one up here. And he actually gets shot in the leg, crippled, but manages to kill that guy. We still have one guy right here. Whiskers is also pushing in. Excel, he's got the closer push, but he's got units right here. Whiskers is still going to have a lot of issues to deal with, but Ryfox could easily come around and flank Excel and get that vehicle. But again, it's just because a lot of people are going for hostiles, and they're not going for the infantry. Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we? Thank you for the follows, guys, by the way. So, I mean, they're doing a good job killing the AI. Oh, look at that. Ninja'd that. Now, Ryfox has an opportunity. He has AT. Yep, he's going to grab it. Ah, that's not going to be enough time. Oh. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for it, but it's not going to be enough. And with that variant of AT that has a very big drop rate. Oh, that's tough. Very, very tough. And Ryfox just went down to the OP4 backup. We're going to run this again, but I'm going to alternate the variables here. Trying to give independents a little opportunity here to at least continue the action. But basically that doesn't count. That fuel truck needs to be brought like next to the compound. Kind of like what we have going on here where it's stored behind on the wall. That's okay, but that, because they're trying to hide it in case people try to outflank. Give Gavalor a run from his money. But yep, this is all secured. OP4, good job. It's a shame, though. I think that Independent would have won that if this medic played his fucking role, and he is definitely going to face a serious repercussion for that. If he's tier 2, he will face a demotion. But otherwise, if he's tier 1, he just won't be able to get tier 2 for a month. So, they're going to try to come in last second, but it's not going to be enough. It's a shame, because they were close. But it wasn't enough. We'll be running more PvP missions, I assure you that much. We're just going to have a quick debrief, because I need to say what happened and what didn't happen. While that goes on, I will be editing the server.
Well, that was short. 1-0.
But that was fun.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Nice job, buddy.
Alright. So,
yeah.
Here's the deal. I'm restarting the server. I'm going to, for this round, add some vehicles, just some simple off-roads to see how you guys react. No vests this time either. I won't be dropping limited arsenals because you people can't follow simple instruction. One thing I want to say, OP4 won that, which I thought was surprising, but they definitely had better tactics out the get-go. They knew what they were doing. Very good to see. Independent broke up into 2 smaller squads with a few stragglers / lone wolves that also provided sniper support, and it was really fun to see that ambush that happened on the southeastern side of the map where an independent squad got enveloped between the sniper team of OP4 and a few guys that lined up to then deal with independence ambush. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest, and I cannot believe this happened in the first op I've done, but that would have been an independent victory if Get Cover, for fuck's sake, would have actually done his fucking job as a medic and revived 2 people in his compound.
We had no medics.
No, but I have a glitch. I can't get through those doors. They don't open.
Yeah, I have the same one.
What?
There's a glitch on Lithium where some players won't be able to open certain doors.
Well,
They were
when just
vanilla
stay
doors.
closed or some
They were
shit.
vanilla
Taking care of some
doors.
business real quick. Shut up. Don't care. Frisk, did you frag your own spawn? Or Chris, did you frag your own spawn?
Yes.
You already know what I'm gonna say, so
Oh my
guess what?
What's an accident? But yeah.
I don't fucking care if it's an accident. What's the rule for the fucking? Huh? You should know by now.
Yeah, I know.
Right, get out of channel, please.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
So let me get this straight. There's apparently a glitch on open doorways that you can't enter buildings.
No,
The door we can't open the door, and if somebody else opens it, they just like phase through the door.
Yep.
There was no door.
There was a door in my screen.
Wow.
It
Imaginary
happens
door.
sometimes. I mean- It's a really weird and rare glitch.
All right, I'm gonna review my stream. If there was no door, I'll take administrative action outside. But otherwise, fuck it. We're gonna do that again, exact same style. You got a taste of what we're going. I will give each side 2 offer for quicker transportation, and we'll see how that spices up the pot.
Could I say something quickly?
Yep, go ahead.
Since Green 4 had the medics and Op 4 didn't, bone setters are the medics. I hope everybody remembers that.
And the medical system is basic. Just for PvP.
If you're taking away the arsenal, can you put down a medical crate for us?
Fine.